There's something about medium format film that just feels different. Not just in the final image, but in the entire process. The slower pace, the deliberate framing, the weight, not just of the camera, but every decision. But is it really worth it? That's the question I had when I first picked up my Mamiya RZ67 Pro 2. And the answer? Well, it's a bit complicated. Let's dive in. Medium format has been around since the early 1900s. Originally, it was the go-to for professional photographers before 35mm and later digital took over. Cameras like the Rolleiflex, Hasselblad 500 series, Pentax 6.7, and of course, the Mamiya RZ67 Pro 2 were all staples in commercial, portrait, and fashion work. The sizes range from 6x4.5 all the way up to 6x9cm. What exactly does this mean? Well, it's a much larger negative than 35mm. More detail, smoother gradients, and better dynamic range. That is the magic of medium format. Let's start with the good. The reasons people still chase this format even in 2025. The first point we'll touch on is image quality. The resolution you get from medium format is staggering. It's not just the megapixel, it's the feel of the image. You can see the fall off and the focus more subtly. The depth feels more real. The details in the shadows are retained. When I first shot with my RZ67 using CineStill 800T, the highlight roll off and the way the skin tones rendered in low light were unlike anything I had ever shot with on 35mm. Even the grain looks different, finer, more organic. And if you're scanning at high resolution or printing large, medium format gives you flexibility to crop without destroying image quality. There's just more real estate on the negative. Our second point is going to be dynamic range and tonality. The tonal range you can pull out of a medium format negative is unmatched. Skin tones look rich but natural. With stocks like Portra 400, there's this buttery smoothness to transitions. You don't get that digital harshness or tonal compression you sometimes see in 35mm film. The third point is intentional shooting. You get 10 shots per roll on a 6x7 camera like mine. That changes how you think. You're not firing off dozens of frames, you're crafting one. That slowness becomes a strength. I remember doing a winter session with a model in the snow when every frame had to count because I only packed 2 rolls. It made me more aware of everything. Light, posture, emotion. It just slows you down, and like I mentioned in my other videos, that's a good thing when it comes to portraiture. Number 4 is camera systems and build quality. Medium format cameras are often modular. My 6.7 lets me switch film backs mid-session. I can swap to black and white in the middle of a color roll. Interchangeable viewfinders, rotating backs for horizontal or vertical shots without moving the tripod gives you all the controls. And number 5, the aesthetic signature. There is a certain aesthetic to medium format that's hard to describe, but easy to feel. People say it's cinematic, or painterly, or even simply timeless. I say it feels more like you're breathing life into a frame. It's just something different compared to the 35mm work that you're used to shooting on. Now let's be real. Medium format is beautiful, but it comes with real trade-offs. Number 1 being the cost. A roll of Portra 400, $15 or more. Development, another $15 to $20. Scanning, add more. And with only 10 shots per roll on a 6x7 camera like my RZ, each frame is a couple bucks. You feel it when you press the shutter. That can be stressful, especially for new film shooters. Number 2, the weight and portability. Like most other medium format film cameras, my RZ is a tank. It's nearly 3 pounds without a lens. Add a lens and a prism finder and it feels like you're lifting a brick. I've shot it handheld, but let me be clear, you feel it no matter how much you're in the gym. Transporting it isn't casual either. It's not something you just toss into a small bag. I sometimes just keep the entire device attach together, and just hand carry it into sections that I'm going to. Number 3 is going to be format limitations. Not all medium format cameras shoot 6x7 like the RZ67. Some are 6x45, which gives you more frames per roll but a slightly smaller negative. Others, like the Fuji GW690, shoot 6x9, which gives you huge negatives, but you only get 8 shots per roll. Each format has trade-offs in terms of cost, weight, and workflow. You really need to choose the one that fits your shooting style. So who is medium format really for? It's for the portrait artist, the fine art photographer, the deliberate shooter, the person who doesn't want quantity, they want quality, intention, and control. If you want to slow down and really see before your shoot, medium format rewards that mindset. When I'm doing creative portraits in studio or outdoors with my RZ67, I'm not just taking photos, I'm building a moment. And honestly, that's not how I feel when I'm firing off digital frames. But if you're all about speed, you're spontaneous with your photos, or travel-friendly gear-minded, medium format will feel like a burden. And that's okay, because everything isn't for everyone. Is medium format worth it? For me and several thousands of other photographers that love this craft, absolutely yes. But not because it's inherently better. We've all heard the conversations of which is better between digital and film, or full frame and medium format. Who cares, okay? Use what you want, and I use medium format film because it made me a better photographer. The RZ67 Pro 2 was my very first film camera, and I love it. It made me think, it made me slow down, and when that final image comes back from the lab, it has that medium format magic, and it's worth that extra step in my opinion. But again, it's not for everyone. Don't buy into the hype without asking yourself how you shoot and what you actually value. Medium format is a choice, a very creative one. Let me know in the comments if you tried medium format film, or if you're thinking about making the jump. Drop your questions and stories in the comments below. Let's talk film, I'd love to hear from you guys. But as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet so you don't miss any upcoming content. Thanks again, happy shooting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.